Okay, we are live, and now we are there. Hello, sports fans. Welcome out to Nexus Gaming Series Fall Brawl. My name is Valkymer. I am here with Little Valk, who I need to add back into this, add source. Now you can see Little Valk as we are getting some of the camera ready here.
Valkymer, this is a live stream, right?
It is a live stream. So unfortunately y'all won't be able to hear my son perfectly as I have not configured everything. Okay, let me jump back in here. We have our first victory of the Fall Brawl. We had a team pull a withdrawal at the last moment because of the unfortunates of real life. Today we have Limit Break here on the left, and we have Car Crash Sounds, which is a tossed together group from the Can't Counterpick Stupid Discord. And I'm going to try to figure out my settings here for why the camera's not picking up sound.
Why isn't our camera do that?
Well, I can hear you a little bit through the headset. Well, I can't hear you, but they can. But the Fall Brawl is a for-fun tournament here within Nexus Gaming Series. Let's see. By this, we can decipher that Haunted Mines was picked by Limit Break. I'm not seeing where it lets me choose the map here, so that's unfortunate. I will have to learn my tool a little bit more. Yes, it is, bud. This is your very first live stream. Once the camera gets turned off, we're probably going to turn off the light. I don't have one of them fancy... Boom, let's see how well this lines up. I might need to move this left or right. We're going to find out. I think I need to move it. Oh. Hello, Shinboku. I hope I said that right. So our first band coming out from Car Crash Sounds is that of Kael'thas. We got a message here. No bands. I'm also playing for the tournament, the admin, so I apologize that I am somewhat constantly skins. And nobody quite knows the rules perfectly, including myself, because I've already messed up on them at least once today. And being the amateurish caster that I am, it hasn't worked very well. Okay, we are going to add in capture, Valcam, boom. We're going to shrink this back down, drop it to the center here. When we get to in-game, we'll turn it off. But here in the draft, me and Little Valk get to check it out. So we've got our first pick is ETC. Look at that just wide open chest design, sporting the chest hair, showing it off with that 80s glam metal. Going back to our bands, we had Kael'thas. That was then followed up with a Diva band, and then a Chromie band and a Sylvanas band. So Sylvanas owned this map back in the day. Yep, it's red pick. So just by virtue of it being red, I can tell you Little Valk is likely to support car crash sounds. Their logo is also orange, which is my favorite color. So I'm kind of connected there.
So it begins.
Because they're red too. My favorite color is red. His favorite color is orange. So that kind of makes a connection.
And they're friends of mine that put together a team. Not that we don't like Limit Break, we just do have a little bit of darn near family connection over there. Okay, heads up. All right, had a message from Aura. Yeah, don't go in front of the camera, bud, or you block that. We saw Li Ming and Deckard picked up for car crash sounds. We saw bands of Gazlo and then Zarya. We now have fairly standard bands on both sides of the table, I would say, except the Zarya standing out a little bit. She can be particularly potent with the Vala, and Vala, Zarya, Ariel is kind of the new holy trinity.
My blades are yours.
Rounding out the group for car crash sounds is now Lunara, bringing in that sustained damage to soften people up for Li Ming, and Sonya to be that camp clear solo laner. Our final pick for Limit Break is another healer with Rhaegar. Now Rhaegar's pretty good at this map, being able to solo camps, being able to go down into the mines and do his thing solo there and be just fine. Check this message one more time. I am a single screen type of fella too. Someday I'll remedy that, but all right. Gotta love that intro. I hope the audio worked for you folks there at home. Again, newbie-ish streamer that I am learning for sure. We are on the in-game. I'm going to go ahead and hide our camera now, which also means I get to turn off this light. Bright light up ahead of us that is quite warm. So, analyzing the drafts, seeing a little bit of spiciness on both sides. I do think that we see far more standard out of car crash sounds on the right, and then the double healer with a Vala going a little bit old school there. And I'm excited that we have Haunted Mines as the first game that I'm connected to in this tournament. I have a bit of a soft spot for Haunted Mines, so there, but introducing the teams, we have Red Hot on Rhaegar, the Dwarf on Johanna, Didi on the Greymane. Up here we have Linguini on the Vala and Ewok on the Ariel. On the right side we have Mazino, on the Sonya, Rara Man on the Deckard, Anarisa on the Lunara, Brainer on the ETC, and Colonel Pants coming in, showing his chops on Li Ming. So we see a 3-2 split, for Limit Break and a 4-1 split for Car Crash Sounds. I really think that the 2 is going to so heavily favor, and being as they have double healer and can hold their own pretty strong in this bottom, I really like the play that we're seeing out of Limit Break right now. Good slide out on the Joe. A lot of damage on the Joe. A lot of damage. Is she going to make it? I don't know that she does. 20 health. Oh, and she finally goes down to a Lunara poison. So big play by Car Crash Sounds. The Sonya taking a lot of damage here in the in the top lane of Haunted Mines. We're about to hit 1 minute. Will we see those camps instantly get caught? I don't know. I think it's tough for the 3-man of Limit Break to lose somebody down here right away. So Deckard and Li Ming going off to the siege camp. I almost think I would like to see them on the sapper camp instead. Greymane also going to the siege camp for Limit Break. Up top, we still have the Eternal Push. We don't need no stinking mana out of Ariel and Vala. Limit Break scouting around. First camp claimed by the members of Car Crash Sounds. Vala still putting in work here. We see the ping. 4 members taking that top camp. And ETC down here trying to keep everybody busy. The Greymane just now finishing the left siege camp, while the top sapper camp is caught by the members of Car Crash Sounds. Let's look at the experience so far. Fairly even between the two teams. One of the things that I love about this particular map of Haunted Mines is where it's so small, it's something that you can almost 5-man rotate with, and it's just so frenetic. You always have something going on, and sure, you can say, well, the mines are worthless. Well, the cart's kind of worthless on Hanamura, so riddle me that. But a little bit of experience lead for the members of Car Crash Sounds. Did you poke yourself, bud? Sorry, I had frightened gasps. Oh, big slide. We see the Ruby out there. ETC able to take a ton of punishment with the Ruby behind him. Another kill for the Lunara. So if we come in here... There we go. Lunara picking up 1 kill on Joe, 1 kill on the Rhaegar. And I still don't know that I quite see that I wanted to. We see the Li Ming split. The nice thing here is if you can keep that Li Ming back just running artillery, the Sonya doesn't need mana, but she is getting just picked on by the Vala here. Okay. Another camp capture by Car Crash Sounds. So achieving level 6 first. Talents, we see Crowd Surfer from ETC, so on an already small map, being able to travel that much faster, but also be able to go through walls and barriers. And the Dwarf is having trouble going against this siege in the bottom lane, but Limit Break down in the mines, they're already at 60. At this point, I think they finish capturing the small skeletons and come back up for a fight, but they've lost their wall. Camps. Ooh, big slide. I think the Dwarf gets out of that just fine. ETC taking a fair amount of damage, retreating to the potions. The minion wave makes it in, so the siege from Lunara, especially with that Nature's Culling, she is just going crazy. Li Ming being one of the best siege mages in the game. They have over 3/4 of the health on that fort down. Joe's in a little bit of trouble. Iron Skin gets her out once again, having that reduction of cooldown from Hold Your Ground. But this fort is toast. We do have the 2-man team of Greymane and Ariel finishing for a 100 skeleton goblin. What do they call the little guardian down in the mines? I'll have to check that. It's... yes. They can a little bit, but just make sure you speak up. Level 7's picked up on the side of Limit Break at this point, and we have a special message from Little Valk.
Well done.
On today,
Than your enemies.
I turned 8 this year, and today I'm baptized.
Yep, today was Little Valk's baptism. You can see both he and I are dressed up, and he wanted to share that message. Greymane taking a cheeky camp, but now getting collapsed. I don't know that he will be able to keep the camp, and he may give his life for it. But that 100-point Golem still going up top. We did have a little bit of counter siege bottom. They cleared that Golem quick. Ooh, the collapse by the blue team made it so that now they did get the camp. They also got both of the frontline members of Car Crash Sounds. That went a different direction than I was thinking of. And now the counter siege from Limit Break continuing. They're going to get this fort. There's nothing Car Crash Sounds can do to stop it. The siege camp is still full life. Greymane taking the camp here for the sappers. They're moving on to Keep Wall. The top wave has been cleaned up by the members of Car Crash Sounds. We can show some hero damage there for a moment. Yes. Why am I not moving? I'm not playing any of the characters. I'm just the broadcaster. Ooh, big kill onto the Joe with that reset and with the 5-man attack here. It looks like Rhaegar is next. There he goes. We still have this siege camp here. The top cannon tower did go down, but cleanup for the members of Car Crash Sounds. And level 10 secured. So come back to talents. We do see Mosh Pit almost snap picked. We see the leaping strikes. Stay a while and listen. Wave of force. And we're still waiting on Sonya. I would not be surprised if we see a leap, but both ultimates very viable. Take that, UGM offlaners who really just like Wrath, but the crowd control of Leap would be just fine as well. Ooh, big mosh out of the Ariel. She doesn't get away. She tries to use the green cleanse. The damage coming in on Joe. She goes next. Pants with the Calamity jumping in there and blowing up Johanna. The siege camp's going, but it is delayed by the wave there. So the structure advantage that Limit Breaks has is so tenuous here. The members of Car Crash Sounds have done a great job on camps. I actually wonder if there's not a little tab for saying how many camps take, then by golly, that one can be next. It doesn't look like there is. So the Nara being our most murderous fellow character down there, we see. Careful, buddy. I've got my power strip down there. If you hit it, you will turn off the computer. The big engage with the Bloodlust captures both an ETC and a Li Ming kill there. So, the Crystal Aegis is there, the Blessed Shield, we saw the Bloodlust, the Bullet, and finally the Rain of Vengeance. So quite the combo that Limit Break can dump out in a fight here. And the damage of Vala and Greymane can be just brutal. And Arisa playing a little bit of checkers, a little about knocking my mouse, so we're into left field. Checkers finishes a kill. We heard the critical mass from Li Ming. She gets that reset. Whip back from Ewok, making it so that Dwarf, is Iron Skin gonna be enough? Is Iron Skin gonna be enough? Li Ming pressuring the Ariel, almost gets sniped by the shots from the fort. Forts, this week, forts were increased to an additional 10% damage to heroes, reverting a previous nerf that had been dealt to them. But you gotta be careful. We see a few skeletons on the ground that were missed in their pickup. Oh, Pants so incredibly low. Going down finally to the Greymane. The well goes down. The wells are made of paper mache now. Once the shield is gone, they just fall. Yes, buddy. Not right now, bud. Sorry. So, Rhaegar on a camp. Greymane cleaning the bottom camp. Trying to catch up on that experience lead while we've got folks dead. Ariel and Vala able to keep things fairly clean in the top, not wanting to lose any more structures. Rhaegar finishes that siege camp. We now have 4 members of the break on the top. Vala trying to get away. Fantastic checkers move by the Nara. Big bloodlust. The counter engage. The Nara goes down. ETC's in trouble, getting body blocked by that Johanna. Final hit goes to Rhaegar, and the members of Limit Break can now free take this camp, likely siege in, confirm this top fort. Greymane's in the bottom cleaning up a few more skulls. There is one right here, right there. Go get that one, Greymane. Oh man, Greymane exiting the mine, ignoring the skull that is on the map. The top fort is deleted by the members of Limit Break, and a single shot from this siege minion, or siege giant, seemed to finish that top fort. Oh, everyone, Control Z. So now we see the members of Limit Break having cleared both forts, and knowing that the members of Car Crash Sounds are clearing this top wave, they go in to look for another 100 skull golem. The one thing I would change there is I don't know that Johanna needed to burn an unstoppable for the Grey Golem. Ooh, the solo mosh confirming the Greymane. That is a big chunk of damage for them. And with having the Encore here on ETC, while it was brought from 8% to 6 and now from 6 to 5, it is still a fairly sizable upgrade to the old Encore, being able to get 10% in essence off of every hero that you hit if you can catch them twice. There's 5%. Ooh, the Aegis was pretty smart because it denies the cooldown reduction and helps survive some damage there. So a 100-point Grave Golem, they just let the top Golem go. You can see its health significantly less, each one of these ticks representing a chunk of health, and so there's so much more Grave Golem. Ooh, we see the Leaping Strike come in and immediately counter with the Bloodlust, and with that big old Golem, it's got 27,000 health. Oh, I should have clicked on the other one first, but I've got to think this fort is going down with having 2 members of Car Crash Sounds down, and and 4 of the 5 members of Limit Break. Down goes this fort. The Golem still has 28,000 health. The core only has 28,000 health. So we need to get everybody back to this defense. If I'm Greymane, I'm coming down and attacking this as well, but this very much looks like the end of game 1 in favor of Limit Break. Using the golems that everybody says is not what you go for, but having 2 100-point golems, it looks like they have secured this. Man, the Blessed Shield hits, I don't see a way, and it's over at this point. Fantastic game 1 for the members of Limit Break. We're going to add 1 to their score here. Maybe. It's not letting me adjust the score. That seems odd. Alright, we're going to come here. Well, first, let everyone see the stats for a moment. We will rotate over to the talents right after this. So, not seeing anything necessarily out of order anywhere. We do see just some great damage coming out of Limit Break, even with having that double healer and hyper carry type of scenario. When it's Greymane and Vala, they seem to have enough damage. Rhaegar had enough durability himself, and that Bloodlust was just massive. ETC, I do feel like we had some great plays by the members of Car Crash Sounds. No raid boss core. Oh, that's true. Haunted Mines is the only map to have not had a core upgrades, which is another reason why it's a very fun map. So come back here. Vala never dying throughout that whole match, playing extremely aggressive with that double support. Ariel just getting so much energy to be able to pump into the Vala. Linguini definitely fulfilled the hyper carry role there, and I think that they did well. The Dwarf took a few extra hits on the chin trying to save everybody, but they definitely made sure to make it count when they did. The Bloodlusts were fantastic, and the core went down. So Limit Break takes the victory here. Let's see if we can check in with the teams. Oh hey, Hector, if you're here, why is it not letting me update the score? see. Template. Red score. Blue score. I should be able to. Oh, that's pretty neat. So you now click the who won it, and that updates the score automatically. Fancy. Okay, bud, can I have you come sit over here again, please? We're gonna check in and see what Stoic be doing. Alright, he's playing a game with Summer, who happens to be his wife, so I can't really complain on that. Uh-oh. Sorry, I apparently destroyed the Warhead Junction. Nice, so we are getting all the meme maps here. So this one was picked by the members of Car Crash Sounds. Apparently I have... I'll use map boxes for score. Got it. My maps are goofed on my tool, so I don't see any of the maps to drop down in the select. I will work on that. Yep, I just found that as well, Hector, which you'll find out in about 10 more seconds, which now is 30 seconds ago as the stream catches up with the delay. Yep, I don't know why the maps didn't work for me. That's kind of goofy. I probably just need to relaunch the overlay controller, but... There are two ways to play this map, TLV and Juice Pirates. This is actually my favorite map to Juice Pirates when I get it in Unranked, and my philosophy there is, whether we win or lose with Juice Pirates, the whole map just gets done faster that way. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, buddy? I forgot to turn back on our camera. Will you hit the lights in the back as everyone checks out to see if my armpit is clean? Boom! There's light once more for the casting duo of Valk and Little Valk. Boom! That was pretty good timing, buddy. Oh, we are getting launched. There's one thing. Chat, while we're waiting for everything, if you could make some changes without saying I would just get rid of Warhead Junction, because that's too easy. If you could make a change to be able to help Warhead Junction become competitive once more, what would you change? Yes, Little Valk is also dressed up today because today was his baptism. You okay, bud?
Yeah, just my shirt was poking.
The tag. Yeah, we should get Grandma to unstitch the tag. Jose Fran saying, I am prepared. Yep, Warhead Junction. Oh, let's go to the draft. Boom! Oh, our camera is not the same size between the two. Alright, we'll stop messing with people there.
And I have actually played Warhead Junction before. I might have played it as Radar, but I think I've mostly played it as Deathwing.
Yep, Little Valk is a two-trick Rainer and Deathwing main, and he's probably got more levels on Deathwing than I have.
But we do it on the Heroes of the Storm.
So is it that you wouldn't want to be able to win within 4 minutes of taking the boss, or you want the boss to spawn later in the game? I agree that Little Valken improves the stream quite a bit. See, one thing I had for that idea, Hector, of making the distance between the lanes smaller is the idea of Zelnaga teleporters. So on Towers of Doom, you have what I refer to as the chunnel, and the chunnel takes you from your base to that center outlet. For the Zelnaga teleporters that I would introduce on this one, you, similar to the vision camps on Hanamura Temple, you would have a camp that you had to take that would then give you access to this Zelnaga teleporter. Well, the Zelnaga teleporter on the right, for example, would only take you from top to bottom, and the Zelnaga teleporter on the left would take you from bottom to top. And so it would be these two, let's see, cameras over here, two one-way teleporters between the map. And I don't know that that would be perfect, but it would give you some options. So, all right, back to our draft. We do see Falstad, so prioritizing some globals because we had Haka banned out, we had Abathur banned out, we had May and Diablo, so a little bit of Tank Choke, a little bit of Diablo, Linguini picking up the Falstad for that flight, and then Brainer picking up Diva in the fancy new yellow skin, which I think was done very well. Thank you, Blizzard, for that. And Brainer tanked in the last game. I'm curious to see whether or not we see a tank Diva. Chromie also picked up for Anarisa. Lots of point control, lots of delay when it comes to the actual warheads themselves, even though they you can spend 3 warheads on a fort and oftentimes not kill it. That seems a little silly for how much you fought for that. ETC and Anduin, so one of the only cleanse healers that can't do a holy cow type of scenario with cleanse, so that's a little interesting. I suppose at level 20 you could, if you stood behind ETC with Holy Word Salvation, then yes, you could create a holy cow scenario where ETC could not be banned. Orphea and the Tychus. Tychus getting a bit of a buff this week with some rearrangement of talents and such, being able to achieve his old range at level 1, should he so desire. Though I have heard some gripes in that you can't get quarterback the old range and Titan Grenade all together anymore, where you kind of could with the last generation build.
I will fight.
Jose Fran bringing out his signature Illidan, and we see Rhaegar. Is this a Bloodlust comp with Slowing Sands? I don't know. Yeah,
I'm gonna hide.
You're gonna hide? So Little Valk becoming a Zeratul or perhaps a Valyra main. Kerrigan is not banned out in this special tournament of NGS. Ewok, who was a healer last time on Ariel, bringing out the Kerrigan. I wonder if the teams will ask about that. And Genji on Colonel Pants. So Colonel Pants seeing if he can secure those kills with both Chromie and Illidan doing some cleanup. I imagine Illidan's going to fulfill a bit of a bruiser role for us in this. He did say he was prepared, and I didn't want to let it out of the bag at that point, but Jose loves Illidan. It's great. Alright, so little Valk wants me to take the camera here and show you that he is in fact hiding under the table that has the old computers and extra boxes. Okay, we're gonna hit the in-game. Oh.
Initialization in progress. Combat.
Alright, here we are. I'm going to hit the lights again because, again, it is rather warm for whatever reason here in the basement. So, Linguini on the Falstad. I am a little sad that we're seeing what to me seems like a little bit of a boring Falstad skin. So, Linguini, come on, it's a Halloween event. You're not even the Spectral one.
5.
We do see the level 800 ETC, the Kerrigan flying around with the bat, normally banned in NGS, but not in the Fall Brawl. Gazlo and the Valerian Anduin by Terdo Didi. Man, someday I'm going to have them teach me how to say that. Sadly, Chromie does not have the little kid thing. Illidan cosplaying as if he were Furion. Yes, bud. Dexter said he did not see that we were hiding most in a conspicuous pile of blankets. Heard it there, folks. He was in fact underneath the blankets by his own confession. So we see a 1-3-3 or 1-3-1, excuse me. I've got to feel like the bottom lane currently favoring the Falstad, and the Siege is showing that as well. Genji just doesn't have the wave clear that Falstad has. So if Falstad doesn't get out of the way, ooh, both of our assassins taking quite a bit of damage. Kerrigan going to the camp. We still have ETC holding up here. Anduin making a visit to his friend Gazlo, saying, I don't have money for you, but here's a heal, perhaps. And Diva walking around much faster now in her gate, but... Ooh. And the combo coming in where it looked like they kind of just did that old kind of Melanie sandwich where the two guys from the football team smash chests with their friend in between. If you don't understand the reference, go watch Sweet Home Alabama. It'll help you. Jose, you heal up. But Gazlo, a powerhouse in the off lane right now. I actually kind of like having this wave closer here for the members. Very good, bud. Of car crash sounds, being able to get the shots from the tower without losing any health there. So whether planned or not, it worked out extremely well for them. You know, I haven't been looking at talents at all. We do have a W build Chromie. We do have liquid cooling as well as Rushdown on Diva. Rushdown receiving a 25% nerf in its damage to nerfs and also its healing and lifesteal portion, but bringing her a little more in line. The camp there from Gazlo is going to get some work done. Ooh, Kerrigan trying to defeat the preemptive failings there, but... And Car Crash sounds a little more ready for this bottom objective, running away with 2 nukes. They did sacrifice a Genji for it. Jose Fran trying to sneak this nuke, but I don't know that it's going to work. He's got quite a lane to clear. The third one, I can't read all of that, buddy. I'm sorry. I'll have to look at it. Middle nuke going over to Red Hot on the side of Limit Break. Oh, Anarisa going down. Ooh, oh, that bump there moved my camera, but that's okay. This is casual casting. We can kill throws. So split down the middle on the nukes, the members of Limit Break catching the top two, the members of Car Crash Down Sounds, excuse me, getting the bottom two. Nuke goes out. See how little damage it does? Boom. Towers have 4,000 health. It didn't even complete the tower. The keep took 2,600 damage. That's kind of lame. The wells they die. But the nukes, for how much effort you put into them, are kind of weak. If you have a Juice Pirates comp, you can really get more siege done. And Yazlo getting some work in now. Members of Car Crash Sounds getting ready for that immediate boss. Is ETC gonna get away? The face melt says yes. I don't know. The members of Limit Break are a lot closer to 10. If they soak 10 while you're trying to finish this boss, Falstad comes in gusted. It feels like you put in a lot of work to give up the boss to the enemy team. So, soak advantage, you can see 1,100 minions already. Yeah, they've got some hero kill done, almost 700 health, or 700 experience, but those little things are adding up for the members of Limit Break. And the members of Car Crash Down Sounds are still holding on to their 2 nukes. That right there could probably get the structure advantage evened out. But level 10s are online for the members of Limit Break. They are going for an invade on this bottom camp. It is 3v3. Diva is there ready to go. The Mosh comes in. Yikes. In my head I was thinking, well, why aren't we using Ancestral Healing? Maybe that's because we don't have it yet. They're still level 9. So they're running. Diva dumps her nuke barely in time so that the enemy team doesn't get it through. Whew. Quite a fight over such a small camp, but the members of Limit Break getting 2 kills right before this objective. If I'm them, I can confirm this well before we see these 2 nukes pop. But they're hiding in the bush, not giving free scouting. Alright, they're starting to give some scouting back to the enemy team. Quick capture on the middle nuke by the members of Limit Break. Top nuke still being fought over, and Car Crash Sounds, Rah Rah Man still has the nuke from the first game, or the first objective. I would like to see that dumped off. You can even hide in here if you want to just launch it in there. Big fight. Top nuke caught Kerrigan. Bravo Bomb does catch Chromie. Kerrigan goes down. Gazlo goes down. We see the bunny hop going all over. ETC falls. They're able to pick up the nuke that was carried by Kerrigan, and they immediately call for a boss. I really like this call. I don't think that you have Diva tank it. I think you have Illidan tank it, because he just gets more regen. And Brainer, don't lose your mech. Don't lose your mech. I don't know that you back here. I think you just wait for your liquid cooling cooldown, but if I'm the members of Car Crash Sounds, I just march this for a minute. I see if we can get Keith wall, if not Keith, especially with the mech being so close to finishing. Big stun by the Kerrigan. The mech gets dumped. The members of Limit Break back out of that. Diva's got a brand new health bar, didn't even give the experience of that kill because mech landed in time. And we don't see, I just realized we see Interland Blast rather than Mighty Gust on Falstad, so they don't have that version of their boss protection. Yikes. They do have the loudspeakers and some great team fight potential. We saw quite a bit of blow up go out right there onto our Genji and our Diva. We got 2 kills, we're up 13, and we decide to go for the boss. It's a good call. I think there's better. I think if we confirm top fort, we probably can get more done there, especially if we're just baiting the bush. Ooh, big pickup. Genji, is he gonna get away? He does. Fantastic work by Colonel Pants, but keep running. Anduin was gonna come auto attack and kill you. So, especially there where the call became, don't even capture the boss, but bait the boss, I feel like we could have pushed down this top fort, then come down and bait the boss and potentially kill Genji. And my Diva here is bugged, showing no health. That's kind of strange. But little under a level lead for the members of Limit Break. We do see double objective spawning mid-bot. It's always interesting to me, some of the locations for these, but car crash sounds, cleaning up some camps. Limit Break quick on that first middle one, and Falstad zooms down. He's got the bottom one for free at this point. So Limit Break holding 3 nukes to car crash zones, holding 1 nuke. Gazlo setting up to work through this camp. Now it has begun. And the members of Car Crash Sounds looking for another boss. It's been scouted out by Falstad. We see the warning ping. The sand's coming out. You don't have a full mech charge. You got to get in there and auto attack so you can get that mech charge. Great bunny hop, being super obnoxious like Diva do. Oh, wow! Oh my god! So the Holy Word Salvation, the Mosh Pit, everything worked out to where we have a pentakill, full team wipe for Limit Break against Car Crash Sounds. They were patient, they waited. I do think if Brainer could have had his nuke a little closer to boss, but wow. Yes, buddy. That lamp is older than you are, son. That is my orange Pixar lamp that mommy gave me. It's probably maybe just a year older than sister. So, boss and Keith gonna be secure here for Limit Break. They're up major talents with 16. This boss still has 10,000 health on it. I would like to have seen a little more aggression there. Trying to quickly get what she can for charge. Blue nuke going out. Rhaegar makes it out of there. We see the Mosh on the Illidan. He is down. Power slide onto the Rhaegar. He is next with 16's advantage and no keep, especially if they confirm this Diva kill. Oh, that's bad news for Diva. That's bad news for Diva. The members of Limit Break, Gazlo pushing top all this time. They've been winning the 4v5 that's supposed to be against them, but with the empowered nature of Kerrigan and the 16 advantage and just the crowd control that they have been channeling together very well, or connecting together very well is probably a better term. Chaining together, perhaps. We see the defensive nukes coming out from the core, but it's starting to go down. Gazlo's working on Keith. I do like the call here that if you can get some kills and they just confirm Kerrigan. Genji went down, but Gazlo's coming.
Hero slain.
Illidan getting another kill on Falstad. We've got to deal with Gazlo. We cannot leave Gazlo. There's no shield on the core. I think that was just unlucky placement there for Brainer on his Diva mech. Yeah, good slow, Anarisa. Good slow. They need to clean up everything. They need to collect all 4 nukes and the boss and go through top or something. They got 40 seconds on average, we'll say, to make something work. Cinematography is a good heroic. I missed that. Oh yeah, that's true. The overlay is kind of covering some stuff. Sorry, Illidan, you don't get to be present. So 4 nukes going to... No, they only got 3 of the 4. ETC was able to get 1. They're looking at that boss. You gotta be careful. They could backdoor. Limit Break looks like they're getting ready to backdoor. You gotta take this boss and you gotta heart. Illidan, be careful. Is Illidan going down? Illidan went down and they just lost a nuke. I don't think they can push with this boss. I think they have to defend at 35%. Enemy team has 20s. You just hope your boss can do as much as you can. You got to get back there. You got to use your nukes defensively, everything. Oh. So the nukes are coming out. I liked watching the nuke being what finished off the Tarask there. Yeah, they can't pick up the nuke until they kill you. And if they kill you, they'll kill the core without the nuke. Illidan coming in, seeing if he can get the save. But the core goes down. A fantastic effort in that final fight. But the members of Limit Break have taken it, and they will progress in their match, or in their bracket. Oh, you know what? I need to load. Okay, buddy, will you catch the backlight for me? I need a... It is a very bright. It does work very well. Talents. Variance Legacy. At this point, I was hoping we saw the upgrade to Holy Word Salvation. So, fantastic game for the members of Limit Break. They will progress in their tournament. Let me find that here in all of my screens. So they will be going up against the winners of BG Emotional Support and Bull Moose Party. Bull Moose Party. He wants the picture back on the screen. Boom. So congratulations, Limit Break. You have won this round of the NGS Fall Brawl. We are going to turn on the camera for Little Valk. You got to be a little taller there, dude.
One, two, three, boom.
All that light does is put a light behind your head, bud. Okay. Okay. Dads beat Hot Potato. Bronze 6-1 through a withdraw. We got a hype post. Boom. Thanks, Lulu. Alright, we're going to come back here. We are going to turn turn on the template back again so we can see your score. Congratulations on the domination. Let's see. You know, I really should have this set up better, but I don't.
Oh, good.
So, okay. Well, I believe you guys chose Haunted Mines. Is that correct, or was that
Yes.
Neil? I've got to say, I personally appreciate that because it's the Fall Brawl. We're here to have fun, and
Like,
I mean it's October, for crying out loud. It is like the map of the month. Every series should
yeah.
have Haunted Mines. So, what made you guys want to play Haunted Mines after I just gave an obnoxious pitch for it?
Well, first, it's a map we all like. Everybody loves it, even though we hate it. But it's a Toon Lane map, and we wanted to try something as a strat for other maps that's Toon Lane. So it
Right.
was a like the perfect map. Also, we were pushing for Haunted Mines and have a game cast in Haunted Mines. So that
Nice.
also added.
Well, I'm glad it came together in that case. The strategy of that Vala Ariel seemed to work extremely well on that map, and then having the double healer with
Like,
the bottom still having a healer, even though you had Ariel up top, seemed to be fantastic.
that was that was the main strat. We wanted to try something, and it was the first time trying that. So it was like clutch. Sometimes the map rotation everywhere it's dangerous, but overall we were happy of the idea behind it.
Nice. Well, it certainly worked out well between having both Greymane and Rhaegar. It felt like you had two people that could very easily peel off, go take a camp, collect skulls in the mines themselves. You came away with two full 100 skull goblins or golems, excuse me, in that match, which just gave you such a great advantage as far as siege.
Indeed, yeah. That's the thing with this map. If you want like to push top, you need that Sylvanas. You need or that Arthas that's gonna post level 10. Just stop the towers and the forts. If you want like to push top in first objective, you need that Sylvanas like to just push one lane to tier 2 while the other team is on the bottom. But
Yeah, I
for the first objective, I believe, well, old strat like you need at least half, and then you continue pushing top.
yeah, I thought you guys executed it well. You got the counter siege because at first it felt like car crash sounds was just getting more siege in while you guys were in the mines, but then you
Yeah,
golem sieged, you got the counter siege, you picked up some kills, you had the time where I thought Greymane was dead on the siege camp, and instead all of you came up to help him, and you ended up getting 2 kills against car crash sounds, and continued the siege. And it just felt like the whole game was opening up for you with that 100-point golem.
yeah, it was so clutch. One small mistake, but overall we had a great shot caller that map, saying like it's okay that we lose the first. They continue. Let's continue doing what we said. But just we had a great shot calling there, and
Nice.
yeah, that save on the gray man. I think that was the good the turning by like okay we're good.
To answer the question that Little Valk presented here, he asked, "What does a 100-point golem mean?" And that is all 100 of the skulls went to one side, in this case being Limit Break,
Yep.
that then summoned up a massive Grave Golem to push for them. It went top lane the first time, it went bottom lane the second time, both times capturing 100% of those skulls, which happens to be 100 skulls, I should say, and just
Yeah.
making the most of it.
Yeah, it doesn't scale as much as others' objective, but 100 skull is still a lot of health. It's less stronger than it's become like a boss in Curse Hollow, but a little bit stronger with more health. You need at least to have 50 to 100 to have a big good pull with objective.
Yeah, I thought that you guys did fantastically well. I don't know how to hide that, so I guess it's just going to continue there.
Good.
Game 2, they took you to Warhead Junction this time. Another
Yeah.
thing that we don't see very often. I felt like your global presence with Falstad kind of outweighed the Genji a little bit, and the kill threat there. And unfortunately, you caught Illidan a few times, so Illidan was kind of neutralized. I guess that's fortunately for you, but
Yeah.
X
That
likes the Wooloos, but sorry, little Valk showing me stuff on my phone that he can see.
all good. Well, yeah, the wombo combo of that comp was very dangerous. If they will
Oh,
have hit
the
all
the
of the
boss
wombo
bottom,
combo, oh my god.
the boss bottom in your wombo combo was
Oh
so
yeah.
good. Unfortunately for Car Crash Sounds, I think the mech was just slightly out of place for them, or it could have
Mm-hmm.
gone absolutely different for them.
I agree.
But it was a very powerful fight where you were able to get in there, or not you, but your team was able to
Yeah.
get in there with the Mosh, have the Anduin Holy Word Salvation come out.
Yeah.
No one's
Uh,
taking damage. No one could stop the Mosh anymore. And you got a full team wipe and the boss on that, and ended up taking it through a keep, I believe. And
yeah, we did.
and just kept going. They had some moments where they almost came back. They weren't quite able to capitalize, and I think the final stroke of it all was when, because Gazlo had created just such fantastic pressure for you that then when you caught Illidan bottom, it didn't matter anymore. The core's at 35% health,
Yeah, exactly.
and your whole team just kind of charged in. You had multiple people die. Kerrigan's Tarask even respawned only to instantly get nuked and killed, but because the core was already at 35% from the previous push, you guys were able to finish out that game and win it. So
Yeah, it was a awesome game. Like for both teams, that was the thing. Cutting Illidan was the main key of that strat because that was the only real, not real stun, but the one that can make the difference, and then they can pull off their wombo combo.
nice.
That is, yeah.
Well, I have a few more silly questions for you. Are you ready? Even though these have nothing to do with your gameplay today.
Outcome. Let's go.
First off, as an Ewok, what is your
Okay.
best Ewok Thor version of the little yup that the Ewoks do?
Nup.
And then second, to dive into some of the questions from the late night face check, what hero would you want for their own cookbook?
Good question. I'll say I'll go Lucio.
Okay. Name one heroic you want in real life.
I think I'll go. That's a great. There's so many good. I know the deck card. Stay a while and listen. I think that's funny. That's a good one.
Okay. And who is the best hero to host a party?
Kerrigan.
Okay. And who is the worst hero to loan money to?
I believe Illidan.
Okay. And the last question for today, who is a hero that you would like to go to dinner with?
There's so many. It's either. No. It's either white man or gray man. I don't know what to choose in between two.
As long as they have somewhere in the realm of white, silver, gray, and main, you're set.
Kinda ish. But yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Ewok Thor, thank you for being here and putting up with all of my silly questions. Do you have any shout outs that you'd like to give at this time?
Well, to you, to Valk, to NGS for Bragg to her to make us do this. That's awesome. To my team and to all the Ewoks out there, come say hello.
All the Ewoks out there, I like that. Well, for my sign offs before we go ahead and end this stream, first I'd like to remind everybody that round 2 starts in about 45 minutes for the semifinal round for those teams that are progressing. We do have a few broadcasters out there as well, so keep an eye out for that. But my more traditional ones, starting off with, hi mom. And secondly, remember to vote for more maps into the NGS map pool. Have you enjoyed watching Haunted Mines? Have you enjoyed watching Warhead Junction? Well, we're not advocating for those, even though the first one's a great map and the second one's an awful map. But if we could have all 12 Storm League maps in NGS, it would be righteous. So rock the vote, my friends. Make it happen. Looking forward to it. This has been a Nexus Gaming Series production. I suppose I should drop in the Nexus Gaming Series logo that I lost somewhere in the mix. But thank you so much for being here. This is the Fall Brawl. Enjoy it. Look forward for more great content. Check out nexusgamingseries.org. Look for the league. Look for the little events like this. It's going to keep coming. We have a blast with it, and we love being here. Thanks, everybody, and have a wonderful night.